Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Raidhyn, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeon of the Endless. We are on floor 9 on our 6th attempt, and we are going to move out to the left to start things off. So we're doing really good on industry savings. We're going to go ahead and start working immediately on food generation. Hopefully we can run into another major module slot here in the near future. Last thing we want to do is be stuck in continuous areas without major module possibilities. So we did find another one, but the problem now is going to be dust generation. If we can generate some dust, we're going to be okay. Otherwise, we're going to have a few problems. Let's go ahead and give some defenses here to Mormish, just in case the baddies get all the way back to him. And we'll keep moving forward. Please give us some dust. Alright, so we got enough to power up one more room, which is good. Not a whole lot of goodness, but every little bit counts. Let's go ahead and keep bunny hopping our heroes as we move forward. Alright, this looks like a beautiful room. If only we would have the dust in which to light it. Let's keep exploring. Come on now, let's get some dust. Well, we unlocked an upgrade, but there is no dust. This is basically the point and part of the game where things get, where it gets really important to get dust. I can't stress how terribly important finding dust is at this point. Now, I'm kind of hesitant to keep exploring in this direction. I'm kind of hoping that one of our other rooms will help us out a bit more. So let's go ahead and move the exploration crew in the other direction just to poke our heads in really quick and see what's over here. And it is what I was hoping for, a major module slot with enough dust to power up another room. Now we do have some bad guys we're going to have to worry about. We have 4 whole spawns, and this is going to be quite interesting. Looks like we're going to be able to deal with it okay. Our modules are doing a lot of work for us, which is pretty much the exact position we want to be in at this point. Is well-researched, good modules. Let's go ahead and move Jaliri out of there, just because she has kind of like a defect in her, not a defect, but like more of a debuff, where she doesn't generate, she lessens the amount of dust that you can get in a room. Where is this? Well, she has pickpocket because of hand vacuum, which helps a bit. Dust thirst. Attack power plus 8 by killed monsters, but the dust loot probability is reduced by 20%. So, you know, a little bit of give and take there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Akensha in here, and we're going to put down an industry generator. And then we're actually going to keep exploring back in this direction. And I think I'm going to do this with Jaliri just because she moves quite a bit faster than Mizzy, and she also has Scamper, which prevents her from being slowed down by any monsters she discovers. So let's go ahead and search through here, look for the exit. Instead we found Dina, which isn't going to provide too much help. We'll go ahead and keep exploring for now. We found a little bit more dust, not quite enough to do much with, but we'll go ahead and we'll move Jaliri all the way out to the back so that she's not preventing any dust generation from happening. And as soon as we get the bulk of these monsters in here, we are gonna have Mormish here activate his dust increasing skills. And here we go. This looks like this is the last monster here. Yep, and that was it. Alright, so we got enough dust to power up one more room, which is pretty nice. We'll go ahead and do that for now, and we'll continue exploring. I think I'm pretty happy with where our research is. I mean, there is a improved science creator here, which would be really nice because our science creator is only at level 2. Nope, Akensha, I need you to stay put. Thank you much. But despite that, at this point, I kind of want to stockpile science more for resetting cooldowns than anything else. We found a Stella, So minor modules and floor are going to get plus 20 regen for a few turns, which will be nice. Let's go ahead and move all the way back. I think actually this room's going to be able to be fine by itself. Oh, they just knocked that down instantly. That was kind of humorous. Alright, Mizzy, I'm going to need you to move up just a bit. Alright, knocking things down. And we'll have Mizzy repair those up as soon as she's mobile once again. Let's go ahead and put in some more prisoner prods. Prisoner prods are cheap and they're good defense at this stage of the game. Alright. Let's go ahead and outkit this room here. We'll kind of drop all of the important modules for our group of wonderful peoples. I think that's it. Yep, there we go. Alright, so let's start exploring down here and see how quickly we can find this exit, stockpile some resources. War Profiteer. So attack cooldown goes way up, but the dust probability from monsters in room is doubled. Now, how long does that last? About 10 seconds. So let's go ahead and pop that right now. Oh, we picked up one dust off of it, which is really nice. Oh, one dust. Every little bit helps, right? Alright, let's go ahead and keep exploring for now. Found another major module slot. Oh, and it's actually taken up by an artifact. That Science Creator 3 is pretty tempting, and I may actually pick that up if given the opportunity. Just because we do have 3 more floors to go after this one, and as I've said many times in the past, every little bit helps. I think that we could quickly make up for that science generation, given the opportunity to build Science Generator 3s. I think that would be pretty useful. Alright, so far so good. Alright, let's open up the next door. This layout, this normally isn't the exit, but we'll go ahead and poke our heads in. Looks like we have no monster spawns on that one. I'm actually kind of feeling like... Oh no, that's not really going to do us a whole lot of good right now. Let's just go ahead and play it this way. There's a major module slot in here, and an item, which is quite nice. Dehydrated water. Let's see. Unlocks extenders, which I believe, let's double check, heal cost a -10. I'm not sure if this is innately on another hero. It doesn't look like it is. The biggest thing that we could use right now is some armor for Mormish. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting that from him anytime soon. Do we have any spawns? Nope, looks like we're still pretty safe. Let's go ahead and drop some prisoner prods in this room. And we'll continue our exploration. Alright, looks like Misfit wants me to come play some Brawlhalla, but I can't at the moment, my friend. I'm Dungeon of the Endlessing, and that's going to take priority here for a little bit. Let's see how well this room holds up. Oh, Mizzy, I'm going to need you to back up a little bit. Alright, these 2 rooms are looking okay. Mizzy's holding down this choke point pretty well all by herself, which I like. Go ahead and drop another prisoner prod in here just to slow the advance. And let's message Misfit back really quick. After this video, 40 minutes or so, I feel like I could play some Brawlhalla tonight. I'm just really excited at the possibility of potentially finishing this game. It's so close, I can taste it. I can taste it, man. Alright, let's open this up. Another major module slot. Ooh. Yes, I'll definitely spend some money on that. We got 17 dust out of it, which is fantastic. And let's see how Mizzy does up here by herself. Let's go ahead and pop her Battle Madness. Should take care of monsters pretty quickly, which I like. Everything's looking okay over here. Now, as I recall, yep, Jolari does have the Armani suit, which means that anytime Anytime that she is in a room with Hakensha, all of the monsters are going to be going after her first. And oops, I didn't notice that these major module attackers were taking out our prisoner prods, but that's okay because they're cheap and I don't mind. Alright, so we use that 2 dust to power up the science creator, which I'm okay with. I want to start stockpiling science. I feel like getting to about 200 or so would be really good. Still no... Still don't have any armor options. That's kind of disappointing. Although the dust merchant is really nice, and we could power up some more of these floors, or excuse me, more of these rooms. I don't really think that's necessary at the moment, and I would rather save my items for potentially running into a better science possibility later on in the game. Alright, let's go ahead and move out. We're going to be losing some prisoner prods on this wave, but I would rather play this one safe. Alright, everything looks fine. We've got decent damage distribution with most people paying attention to Mizzy, which I'm okay with. Let's go back here. Nope, we can't save the last prisoner prod. We can save the science machine. Let's go ahead and get these back up. We're making 6 industry a churn, thanks to Hakensha's efforts. So I'm not too worried about having to replace these prisoner prods. I don't think that's going to have that big of a detrimental effect. Alright, let's see what we have here. Not the exit, but we found another item. We can power up an additional room. Let's go ahead and run back quickly to Hakensha. I'm liking this. This is feeling pretty manageable right now. No, we're losing prisoner prods, but I don't think it's that big of a concern. No, the prisoner prods are still doing quite a bit of damage, and they're holding up okay. I probably should build like a land module. That would probably make these tanky enough to where it would hold out against these crystal guys. Alright, Mizzy, you go ahead and heal those back up. Drop some more prisoner prods back to replace the ones that we've lost. And let's see, do we have the option to build a land slot? Doesn't look like we do. Now we do have a lot of food, and we could potentially level up Mizzy again to try and get her even more ridiculously powerful. And considering she gets another level up for her active, I think we're going to do that. Now, as far as Mormish and Hakensha go, they're not really going to be on the front lines much, so I'm not sure about leveling them up. I do think I want to level up Jalari once more so that we can pick up Energivore. She gets health regen when she's in an unpowered room with monsters, which is basically going to make her a tankier, more self-sufficient explorer where she can clear rooms by herself pretty much. So let's go ahead and see if we can test that out here next. Now we find another merchant with some nice items, actually, but we don't have enough science to spend on much of these. There is a guard uniform option. Nope, no spawns, which is good. Let's go ahead and pick up this guard uniform for... we'll go ahead and pick up the guard uniform for Mormish, because I think that's probably one of the smarter options here. It would be really nice just to have some, you know, any kind of defense on him, and this is going to give him an extra 10 and some extra HP to boot, which makes me feel a bit more comfortable about his position in the game. And wow, this is a really long floor to be exploring. We run into Max, and still no spawns. Excellent. Wow, and a 4-way junction down here at the bottom. This floor is just huge. Alright, let's go help out Max. Let's see what we're dealing with up here. Looks like one wave. Oh, and actually, we're going to want to run our way back to Hakensha. so that Hakensha is not down there fighting all by herself. Yep, we're gonna let the modules do the work for us. Feel like it's, at this point, it's better to spend extra industry than it is to spend extra food. And I'm okay with that kind of distribution of wealth. And as soon as they get to this point here, you know, they're just falling over pretty much, which is pretty nice. Alright, now who do we have nearby that has... It looks like Mizzy is our only repair specialist at the moment, which is kind of humorous because she's not exactly the fastest or the wittiest. She doesn't have the most wit in the world. But she's doing a really good job of holding off these 5 rooms for us. So I guess we'll, you know, cut her a little bit of slack. Okay, let's see about rebuilding some prisoner prods in here, just to keep the happy trail going. These anti-module monsters are really causing us to lose a lot of dust on this floor, but you know, I'd rather lose, or not a lot of dust, a lot of industry, but I would rather lose industry than lose people or food at this point. You know, considering we have 340 industry, I think we can afford to lose just a little bit of it. And looks like no waves that time either, which I'm very okay with. Let's go ahead and... Actually, let's drop a Tesla module in here, since that's going to protect us against the anti-module monsters just a little bit. Not sure how effective it's going to be at taking them out immediately. Opportunity to get some food. And we do pick up some food, which is nice. Let's go ahead and sprint back to our major choke point. Run, run, run! Alright, this Tesla module is actually doing some good work for us, which is nice. Alright, Mizzy, everything's looking okay over there. Yep. Nice and easy so far. Alright. Not looking too bad. Still haven't found the exit. It's gonna be way the heck down here. Things are gonna get ugly. But, you know, we do what we can. We do what we can. Let's go ahead and level up Jaleria once more. Found yet another item. Football whistle. As I recall, this gives us some nice defense. An iron fist, which basically gives extra attack power for other heroes in the room, which is kind of neat. For now, I want to keep hand vacuum on Jaleria. I kind of like that. She's going to be by herself most of the time anyhow, so... Alright, any spawns? No, it looks like Floor 9 is just being nice and gentle with us. Giving it to us easy. It's not my first rodeo, but I appreciate the kindness. Now we've got some spawns. Alright, we got some more happy pills. Let's sprint back to our major choke point here. Let's check on Mizzy. She looks like she's going to be just fine. Let's go ahead and move in here. And, yep, we got major module monsters once again trying to... Oh, and they got our Tesla module. That's not good. It looks like our major choke points are going to be A-okay by the time they actually make it to us. So yeah, I think, you know, a big part of this run and why it's been going pretty good so far, and a lot less stressfully than runs in the past, is just because we emphasized all of that science in the earlier runs, in the earlier floors, excuse me. And because of all that science emphasis, we've been able to, you know, use some modules that aren't that expensive to great effect, which has been helping out quite a great deal. So I think so far there haven't been any major flaws in the strategy. There we go, we found the exit. Let's open up this one last door. Oh, it looks like there's going to be one more. And actually, I might go check on our science machines to see if there's anything useful to research. We did get some spawns. So let's go ahead and run back. Looks like we've got 2 waves on top. Mizzy, we're going to move you back a bit. And let's go ahead and pop your special ability. Alright, everything's looking fine so far. Go ahead and pop the other super defensive ability for our other room. And let's go ahead in here and we'll help out our modules a bit since we got quite a bit of anti-module spawns. Go ahead and fill this room back up with prisoner prods. This one as well. Alright, and looks like we are doing okay with our trail. Let's go ahead and check out our science possibilities really quickly. Let's see what options we have. Kip Cannon 3 Tactical HUD. I'm not really excited about many of these. Attack power for each stock science, 1. You know, I guess that's probably worth it since on the next floor we're going to stock a little bit more science. Probably not going to spend any more. Let's go ahead and drop prisoner prods in all of these rooms since we're going to be running through here for the exit anyway, and we'll open up one of the last 2 doors on the floor. Yep, this one's a dead end. Got a little bit of extra dust. Nothing to write home about, however. And we'll just go ahead and run Jalari all the way back upstairs. Missy will back you up just a little bit. It's interesting because if we had auto dock shards, this kind of running back method would probably work a little bit better since we'd be able to pick up some extra HP in the rooms after we've moved out. But you know, it's not that big of a deal. I think we're still fine. And we're actually gonna have one more door to open. Oh man. Jalari, run down here and help these guys out. Alright, there we go. Fix those up. And we actually have one more door to open up here before our research is done. Let's go ahead and move Mizzy back to help out Mormish, and we'll pop open this last door and then make our run for the exit. Alright, so here goes nothing. Alright, upgrade unlocked, and looks like we don't have any spawns. Alright, so let's power down these rooms and figure out how we're gonna make this break for it. I think something like this will work if we take the time to kind of outfit this room where we can funnel everyone through. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna go ahead and move our extra heroes in here. Let's bulldoze these guys. We'll drop a neurostun module, smoking gun, and a tear gas. I think that should work out pretty well. Let's go ahead and make a break for it. Alright, so it looks like we've got 2 waves down here. Let's see how well our team does at holding them off. So far, so good. Alright, Jalari is here. Let's go ahead and keep him moving on. And as soon as he gets 2 rooms away, we'll move out the rest of the crew. Alright, let's go. It's party time. Alright, and this neurostun is doing a great job at slowing down this group of monsters, so we should just be able to make it out of here without having to worry about them catching up. Here we go. Heroes ready. 3, 4 out of 4. And there we go. That's floor 9. So, looking pretty good. We still got some good stockpiles, about the same as which we entered, but we were able to level up a couple characters, get some new research, get our science back up to over 100. And whoever is humming that song, stop or I kill you. So, that was floor 9, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for the next episode when we tackle floor 10 of Dungeon of the Endless.